Action figure deconstruction. Welcome to another episode of Action Figure Deconstruction. I am the Master of Disaster, Josh45, and with me as always is the Master Collector, CBS. What's happening, man?
Hey, not a lot. How you doing?
Pretty good. It's been a crazy week, and we have a really fun figure for you tonight. We have the Hasbro's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Lightning Collection White Ranger from Wave 1. I'm pretty excited about this. Big Power Rangers fan. You ready to deconstruct?
I don't see why not.
All right, let's do it. This figure comes with a ton of articulation. The head moves up and down, side to side, all around. The arms move in the shoulder joint, but also towards the top. You get your elbow bending and your wrist bending. It also comes with extra hands, some fighting fists. The left hand is a karate chop pose. Your legs move in the hip and the upper thigh. And it moves in the knee and the ankle. Pivots quite a bit up and down. The chest section moves up and down and side to side as well. But the articulation is incredible. So on top of all the amazing points of articulation, it comes with an interchangeable head with Tommy Unmasked. It comes with his trusty saber, Saba, and it comes with an action explosion that connects directly to the sword, and 2 interchangeable fists for just fighting. Alright, so that was Hasbro's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Lightning Collection White Ranger from Series 1. Pretty great figure, tons of articulation. It's great to look at, poses really well. What'd you think, man?
I mean, yeah, as far as posability, it's amazing. Figure movement, I mean, yeah, options with the figure as far as being able to play with it and do things with it is great. As far as the figure, it looks pretty spot on considering what it is. I mean, as far as Ranger figures are concerned, yeah, it's awesome.
This whole line seems to be really cool. This one actually comes in a series of 4 figures. It comes with the White Ranger, Lord Zed, the Shadow Ranger from Space Patrol Delta, and the Red Ranger from Dino Charge. So those are the 4 figures in this wave. They're wave 4, I think, is actually getting ready to come out relatively soon, and that one will have Lord Dracon in it.
Right.
And that's going to be a really cool figure as well. So,
is that the same series with Kimberly in it?
No, Kimberly is in wave 2.
Oh, okay.
So
Kimberly figure looks great too, actually. So
I think all the classics look really good. I'm not as familiar with the later on other Power Rangers.
Sure.
Just the original guys, and then obviously the comic stuff, because that's most of the original people. But I mean, they all look fantastic. So if you are a big fan of the Kamen Rider figures, I think they would blend in with those really well too. So.
Yeah, size-wise they do. Kamen Rider and most of those are coming from a company out of Japan. They're mostly imports.
I think Figure Arts or something like that. Similar to that stuff.
I feel like Figure Arts made some, but SH made some. So, and they, generally speaking, they're the same scale. We should get a couple of Rob's Kamen Riders and bring them down at one point and do one of these with those. Yeah. That'd be a good time. So yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know why I didn't think about that till just now. But yeah, as far as like style of thing, I mean, they have a similar concept anyway. They're not the same by any means as far as stories are concerned, but yeah.
Those SH Figure Arts figures, I do have the greenranger.
Yep.
And they're a little bit more fragile. These ones are a little bit more durable. So if this is for a kid, it's a good figure for a kid. If it's for a collector, it's great for a collector. So it's got a perfect balance of both. Yeah,
it lands in the middle with both those. I mean, like you said, the imports, they have more articulation and they have better sculpting, generally speaking. But yeah, they are more designed for an adult collector. They're not designed for a mixed match of people. They're built for someone that's wanting to spend $50 on a figure that will pose it, but not for a kid. Well, these guys, they work between because look-wise, they look like they match any of the other stuff. And as far as movement and durability, they're built more durable. I mean, as far as the figure's concerned, we had a little trouble with the ankle on the right foot. And once we got to move it around a little bit,
it was good to go.
Fine to go, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure that depends on the figure, like whether they stick or not. So just be gentle. But yeah, as a thing, once it gets moving, it's fine. Yeah.
I am just a big fan of Power Rangers in general, so I'm a little picky. Like, I wouldn't have picked this up if I wasn't such a big fan of this character specifically. But I like it a lot. It's a good figure. So if you're in Power Rangers or if you're into that 6-inch plus line, this is definitely a pickup.
Sure. As far as checklist, I mean, posability is great. Customization, I mean, he's got the dual heads, got the dual hands. I'm sure that across the line, you could probably mix and match pieces, but they're also pretty particular characters. So, I mean, you could always paint things, but as far as like a mix and match is concerned, I'm sure that you could probably swap out Kim's hands for Tommy's hands or whoever. Style-wise, I mean, once you get to the bigger figures with the baddies, it's hard to say if they would mix and match, but without having one to know for sure, I assume that they probably would.
I assume most of the ball joints for like the neck and the heads are interchangeable. They're probably the same, and hands too, but other than that, it's going to be a little off.
It's not really built to be customized, not really. No figure stand, so that's kind of lame, but they do have posable spots in the feet.
For a stand. But it does stand pretty decent on its own, surprisingly.
Oh yeah, he's got good balance. As far as feet are concerned, yeah, he stands pretty well without one, but as a thing, it doesn't come with one. Price point around $20.
Right at $19.99.
There you go.
No. Aftermarket on eBay, they're going for about $25. I noticed, but they're still findable at the store. They're not mass. They come in just the case of 4, I do believe, just one of each. So there's not like a massive chase figure in each box. So.
Right, balance-wise.
So this has been your latest episode of Action Figure Deconstruction. I finally got our social medias up and going, so please go and take a follow on either Instagram or Facebook. It is just at Action Figure Deconstruction. Follow us there for updates as well to see maybe some hints at what might be coming the next week or two. I am at Wendell24 on Instagram, and check out all of our shows on the top5comicspodcast.com website. That'll be a link to both the Never Been Done podcast, the Top 5 Comics podcast, Ant-Man
2050 on YouTube gaming, and then we have a link for Action Figure Deconstruction, which is also connected to the Top 5 Comics podcast YouTube page. So either one of those will get you to the shows and videos. Or you can just look it up on YouTube, Action Figure Deconstruction, you'll find them.
And you were at Top 5 CBS?
For Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah, at Top 5 Comics CBS, if you want to see drawings and things. Because I do those.
Which you have a really sweet Muppets.
That's not up in anything yet. But yeah, eventually it will be, yeah. It's not actually up anywhere.
There's some cool things coming from this guy right here. So be excited for it.
Yeah. Print-wise, yeah, I was going to have some art stuff for a couple comic book shows that got canceled, so we'll see what we do with those.
Well, they'll just be available.
I mean, yeah. If you can go to knockaroundgirls.com, that's the name of my comic book, and there's a link on there to a shop, and there's a few things in the shop that are, well, Knockaround Girls and other stuff I'd have drawn. So if you want to buy prints, that's where you can do it.
So there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
But thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Same bad time.
Same bad channel.
Did we have a noise last time? Pew, pew, pew.